Okay, welcome to the area factoring application worksheet, questions number 8 through 13. We'll start with question number 8. Okay, it says the area of a rectangle or rectangular swimming pool is this. Okay, it says the pool's width or the length of the pool is 5x plus 3. What is the width? So we're looking for the width. Okay, so we take 10x squared, the negative 19x, and the minus 15. Okay? Whenever you see trinomials, you should think factoring, and the rectangular swimming pool is that gives you the area, and to find the length and the width, you would have to factor this. So the first thing you want to try to do is take out a GCF. Okay? Well, if you look, 10, 19, and 15 don't have anything in common. We've already factored this one already, but we're going to go all the way through it anyway. The next thing you want to try to do is the x factor. Okay? So you do the a times the c and the b here. Remember, this is a, b, and c. You do 10 times negative 15. You get negative 150. You get negative 19 here. Okay? We want the numbers that multiply to give us negative 150, and we'll subtract to get us 19. Okay? You have 1 and 150, 2 and 75, 3 and 50, 5 and 30, 6 and 25. And as you're doing this, you want to do it 150 minus 1, 149, 75 minus 2 equals 73, 50 minus 3 equals 47, 30 minus 5, 25, and 25 minus 6 equals 19. Okay, and then you see 6 and 25 are the numbers. Since negative is what we want, the bigger number has to be negative. So you'll have a negative 25 and a positive 6. Order doesn't matter. Okay, but these are the numbers that we wanted. Now, there's two ways that we can factor or finish the factoring problem. If you like the box method, stick with this. If you don't like the box method, wait till after I finish, or fast forward past the box method, and you'll see your alternate method. Okay? So with the box method, you'll see that we put the 10x squared in here, the negative 15, the plus 6x, and the minus 25x. Okay? 10 and 25 have a 5 in common, and they both have an x. 6 and 15 have a 3 in common. They don't both have an x. This is positive, so that's positive. So if you notice, one of the factors was 5x plus 3. We see that here. So that means that the other way is going to be our width. So 10 and 6 have a 2 in common, and they both have an x. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 is 6. So you know that works. And then negative 25 and negative 15 have a 5 in common. This is negative, so that's negative. And our other factor is going to be 2x minus 5. Okay, if you like the box method, fast forward to question number 9. If you don't like the box method, here's your method. So we finished doing the x. We found 6 and negative 25. So you draw your parentheses. Okay, you put the 10 and the x. You put the 10 and the x. We get the 10 from this a, and then the x, because we don't want a square, we want just the x. Okay, you bring down your plus 6. You bring down your negative 25. Okay, and now we're going to take out GCF. Well, 10 and 6 have a 2 in common, and 10 and 25 have a 5 in common. Okay, and then 10 divided by 2 is 5x's and plus 3. Well, that's the same thing we had here, so that's not our answer. And then 10 divided by 5 is 2x. And negative 25 divided by 5 is negative 5. And so this is our answer. Okay? Question number 9 says the area of a square rug is this. What is the perimeter of the rug? Okay? So we need the perimeter. Remember, that means to add all sides. Okay? So now it gives us a square rug, which means that if it's square, it's going to be the same on both sides. But we'll factor this to find the two factors that gave us the area. Okay? So first, we look for G, C, F. 4, 12, and 9 don't have anything in common. Okay? And then they don't all have a letter, and I just realized I put an X instead of a K. So I'm going to go back and fix that. Number 2, it's trinomial, so we're going to try the X game. Okay? We'll do 4 times 9 and get 36, and that's positive, and then you have positive 12. And so we want to figure out what will multiply to give us 36 and add to give us 12. So 1 and 36, which is 37, because we added 2 and 12, which is 14. Close. 3 and, oops, not 2 and 12. It's 2 and 18. Silly me. That's 20. 3 and 12, which is 15. Getting closer. 4 and 9, which is 13. 5 doesn't work. 6 and 6, which is 12. So we get 6 here and 6 here. They need to be the same sign because we're adding. Okay, and these become the two factors. If you like the box method, pay attention here. If you don't, fast forward to the method that you like. Okay, so we put our first term here, our last term here, and then we take the one from the x over there, and then the other one from the x over there. Okay, 4 and 6 have a 2 in common, they both have a k. 6 and 9 have a 3 in common, positive. They don't both have a k. I don't know why I put x, it's a k. Always put the k, or put the letter that you used there, that's my bad. 4 and 6 have a 2 in common, they do both have a k. 6 and 9 have a 3 in common, they don't both have a k, and that's the side. Notice how it's a square because this side is the same as this side. Okay? And so it needs the perimeter. When you want to do the perimeter, you have to add all the sides of the square. So pretend this is our square right here. We'd have another 2k plus 3 and another 2k plus 3. So you'd have 2k plus 3, 2k plus 3, 2k plus 3, and another 2k plus 3. 2k plus 2k plus 2k plus 2k is 8k's. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 12. Okay? So that becomes our perimeter. Okay? If you like the other method, this is for you. If you're the box method person, skip to question 10. Okay? So we've done our x factor here. We draw our two parentheses. Okay? We put the 4 and a k here. We put a 4 and a k there. We take our red 6, put it here. Take our other red 6, put it here. Now if you notice, they're exactly the same, so whatever goes into this one will go into this one. 4 and 6 have a 2 in common, so we'll divide everything by 2. Okay? 4 divided by 2 is 2 with a k, and then plus 3. And so then you get 2k plus 3. Okay? So notice how they're the same. So now if you're trying to find perimeter, you'll do just like we did in the previous question where you'll add all the sides. Well, there's 4 sides to a square, and all the sides are the same. So you have 2k plus 3 plus 2k plus 3 plus 2k plus 3 plus 2k plus 3. So we're adding all that, and you get 8k plus 12 is the perimeter. Question 10. and 11. I put them on the same line, but we can answer them together. So we have a trinomial. First thing we need to do is take out a GCF if we have one. So 72, 43, and 6. Okay? Well, you look at 6 as the smallest number. You have 1, 2, 3, and 6. Well, if you look, it's not even right here for 43, so 2 won't work. If 2 won't work, then 6 won't work. Okay? Because 6 is composed of 2 and 3. Okay? Now let's see if 3 works. Well, a quick trick for number 3 is if you add the digits, 4 plus 3 is 7. Is 7 divisible by 3? No, it's not. So then the number itself is not divisible by 3, which means there is no numerical GCF. Okay? However, you can look and see, do they all three have a letter that's the same? If you look, they all three have an H. So we're going to take an H out. Okay? So then you'll get 72G squared minus 43G plus 6. And no matter what we do, our final answer is going to end with an H in it somewhere. Okay, so now this is a trinomial, so we're going to try the x, where you'll do a times c, which is 72 times 6. Okay, and so you'll get a 2, a 3, and a 4, and it's positive. And then a b, you'll get a negative 43. Now this one is one that's going to be tough for you to do in your head. You're going to have to list out all the factors, okay? Or you can do what I told you in your calculator, where you can do y1 and then put 432 divided by x, and then go to y2 and go 432 divided by x plus x, and then you'll look for the x, the y1, and the y2 where it says negative 43, and it'll tell you the two factors right here. Okay, so these will be your two factors. Okay, so you're looking for that negative 43 or the 43, and then you'll just do the opposite of the numbers that are here if it's positive 43. Okay, so if you didn't have your calculator, so we're going to do this together. 1 and 432, and it needs to add to 43. So that's going to give us 433. So now you're going to do 2, and that would be 216. Well, that's going to give me 218. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2 is 9, so that means 3 will work. And you'll get 134. Okay? And that gives you 137. So we're not even close. So let's try 4. Okay? So it'd be 4 and 108, which will give us 112. Okay? 5 won't work, so we'll try 6. Okay? 6 and since 2 and 3 go in it, I know 6 goes into it. Okay? And so then you get 72, which would give us 75. Or, I mean, not 75, 78. So we're getting closer. Okay? 7, let's see. 7 will not work. 8 will work. Let's see. Nice. 8 and 54. And that gives us 62. We're getting even closer. Let's see if 9 works. It's 4 plus 4, that's 8, so it will not work. 10 does not work. 11, I don't believe works. So let's try 12. 12 does work. So let's see, that'd be 36, which gives us 48. Oh, we're so close. Um, let's see. 24 works with 18. Oh, that's not gonna do it. Let's 30 gives us 42. Hmm. Getting closer. It's trial and error. Okay. Let's see. 14. Let's try 14. I don't think it'll work. Since 7 didn't work, that won't work. 15 won't work. Let's try 16. 16 will work. 16 and 27, and there's our 43. Alright. Had to go through a lot of numbers there. So, we got 16 and 27, and since it's same signs, we add, so you got negative 16 and negative 27. This one was a longer one, but it does work, okay? So, now if you like the box method, follow along with me to do the box, okay? So, you'll write the first term, which is 72g squared, and the last term, which is plus 6, and then you'll write negative 16g and negative 27g, okay? So what goes into both 72 and 27? Well, let's see. 9 goes into both of these, so we'll take a 9 out. They both have a g, so you'll take a g out. 16 and 6 both have a 2 in common. This is negative, so that'll be negative. And then 9 times 8 is 72, and 72 and 16 have an 8 in common. They both have a g, okay? And then 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 9 is 72, so we must have did it right. And then 9 times 3 is 27, and 6 and 27 do have a 3 in common. And 3 times 2 is 6. This is negative, so that's negative. Okay? So we have our two factors. So you get 9g minus 2 and 8g minus 3. Okay? And remember, you can always do math right 9, which is the G, C, D, to help you with the box and get the side to sides. Don't forget the comma, which is the button above the number 7. Okay? If you don't like the box method, if you like the box method, move on to where I'm doing question number 11. If you do like the box, if you don't like the box method, hang on, here we go. Okay? So, we've done our X here, okay? And we found our working number, so we'll take 72 in the G. Oh yeah, you guys, don't forget about the H. I forgot all about the H. Can't forget the H. So, question number 11, people, make sure you look at the H. Okay? So 72G minus the 16. Okay, don't forget about your H out front. And then 72G minus the 27. Okay? So you say, well, what will go into both a 72 and a 16? And that's an 8. Okay? We'll go into 72 and 27. Well, that'll be a 9. Okay? And then, so you get H will come down. That will give you 9 G's minus 2. And you'll get 8 G's minus a 3. And so this becomes your final answer. Okay? Remember, you can do the math, the right arrow, and 9 GCD to help you with inside the parentheses if the numbers are too big for you to do. Okay? But you can also start with the smallest number and think of the numbers you know, like 2 and 8, 16 and 1, 4 and 4, and then 3, 9, 27 and 1, and see if any of those go into there. Okay? Alright, question number 11. If you're tuning in and you did the box method and you skipped, don't forget to look at this H. I threw it in there at the end after I skipped over that, and I completely forgot to throw it in there. So don't forget to do that like I did. Okay? Number 11. This one has 4 terms in it. We haven't done this, and we're not really going to do that anymore. We've stopped factoring by grouping, but this is one way you can do it. If it's 4 terms, think about it like the box. We have the box, okay? And we're going to put all 4 terms, and you're going to put them in a row. 8x cubed plus 4x squared minus 18x minus 9. And then we're going to factor it out using the box method. What goes into 8 and 4? That's a 4. They both have an x, and the smallest one is a 2, so you're going to take out x squared. What do 18 and 9 have in common? They both have a 9. They don't both have an x, and this one's negative, so that one's negative. Okay? Go this way. They both have a 2 in common, and they both have an x. Okay? 2 times 4 is 8. 1 plus 2 gives you 3 x's. 2 times 9 is 18, and it's negative. Okay? And then there's 1 x between them, so we know we did it right. What do 4 and 9 have in common? Nothing. Okay? And then they don't both share a letter. Okay? And so you put that down. Well, they share a 1, excuse me. Okay? And so this becomes our two factors. 2x plus 1 and 4x squared minus 9. So a red flag should be thrown up now. You see an even power and a subtraction. Okay? 4 is a perfect square. 9 is a perfect square. So we have difference of squares right here. Okay? So you now have to go through and do difference of squares like we did before with the binomial. So what makes up 4? 2 times 2, right? And x is x times x. What makes up 9? 3 times 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw 2 parentheses and you're going to sort out your stuff. Put 1, 2 here and the other 2 there. Put 1 x here, the other x there. That's all for the left side of the sign. So now you put a plus and a minus, and what does 9 break down into? 3 and 3. Okay? And then don't forget your 2x plus 1. Okay? Alright, question number 12. Which binomial is a factor of 2n squared minus 32n? Okay? Well, you have a binomial. Just like always, the first thing you're going to try to do is take out a GCF. Well, they both are even, so you can take out a 2, and since 2 is the smallest number there, take out a 2. Or 2 goes into 2, and 2 goes into 32. They do both have an n, so you can take out an n. And so then you're left with 2 divided by 2 is 1. And n squared, take away an n, is just an n. And negative 32 divided by 2 is negative 16. And then 1n, take out an n, there's no n's left. That becomes your final answer, okay? Or of factoring. So which one of these is a binomial of this? And that's n minus 16. Okay? Question 13. Which is a binomial factor of this? Okay? So, we're going to take 14a squared minus 15a plus 4 and bring it down to the bottom. First thing you're going to try is a GCF. Okay? 14, 15, and 4 only have a 1 in common. They don't all have an a, so there is no GCF. 2, you're going to try the x. you're going to do 14 times 4, which is a 6, carry the 1, 56, and it's positive, and then we need it to be a negative 15, okay? So you need two numbers that will multiply to give you 56 and add to give you 15. Well, I know the numbers right off the top of my head, but I'm going to write them out for you guys. 2 and 28. 3 does not work. 4 and 14. And 5 doesn't work. 6 doesn't work. 7 times 8. Okay? Now, they need to add to get you 15. So, 56 plus 1, 57. 28 plus 2 is 30. 14 plus 4 is 18. And this is 15, so it's 7 and 8. And since it's addition, they have to be the same sign. And to get a negative 15, they both have to be negative. Okay? Via the box, put 14a squared. You take the plus 4, and then you take the negative 7 and the negative 8. You got negative 7a, negative 8a. Now we're going to look for like GCF. 14 and 8 have a 2 in common. They both have an A. 7 and 4 have nothing in common but a 1. They don't both have a letter, so you take out the 2a minus 1. 7 and 14 have a 7 in common and an A. 8 and 4 have a 4 in common. This one's negative, so that one's negative. They don't both have an A. So you look which one's 7a minus 4 or 2a minus 1, and that is D as in dog. Okay? That is the final question for this worksheet. Thank you for watching the video. Good luck on your future factoring endeavors. Oh, if you like the alternate method, I'm sorry, I forgot to do this one. Okay, so if you don't like the box method, you can take the 14a, write it in parentheses, with another 14a, write it in parentheses. You'll take your negative 7 and your negative 8. 14 and 7 have a 7 in common, so you'll divide by 7. You'll get 2a minus 1, and then 14 and 8 have a 2 in common, and so you'll get 7a and negative 4. And so then you look, and the one they have in common is 7a minus 4. Now, I apologize, I am complete. I have completed the worksheet for you.